What's up? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bits for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. And we are getting something juicy this week. After Front Page Tech's John Prosser, he just dropped another bomb with the first renders of the new 2021 iMac. But not just the new iMac redesign that we expect, but they're taking us back old school to the original iMac, and we're getting colors. Now, according to Prosser, the new 2021 iMac lineup with Apple's latest chip will come in colors that match the current iPad Air lineup, and that just looks amazing. Talk about bringing back that nostalgia. This just makes me warm and fuzzy inside and makes me happy to see this. Now, come on now, which one is your favorite? Because I'm loving the green, the sky blue, and rose gold options. They're all nice, but, I'm leaning a little green. And earlier this year, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reported that we're getting major redesigns for new iMac models this year, and then we'd see new Mac Pro desktops for 2022. This would be the first redesign for the iMac in nearly a decade to launch with their new processors. The chin will reportedly go bye-bye, and Apple will slim down the thick black borders around the screen and bring a design that's more similar to Apple's Pro Display XDR and iPad Pro if they made out and had a baby. Now, the new iMacs will also have a flat back to get rid of the curved back that's been on the iMac for years now. We're still expecting two display sizes with 21.5-inch and 27-inch models. We still don't know which processor and how many cores it will come with, since that's still in development, but the expectation is that we'll see more cores than the 8-core design in the current M1 chips from last year, and then improved graphics as well. It will be one of the biggest visual updates to any Apple product this year, according to Bloomberg, and it will be released sometime this year again, but it's not expected to be coming during Apple's typical March product release, and we're looking more like the second half of 2021. The iMac has always been a killer all-in-one solution for consumers and pros. Look, I'm still using mine as my podcast machine, but that design looks freaking amazing, and what a difference like a little bit of color makes. Just put a little dash right there. It looks good. Now, according to Prosser, he doesn't know what the booty side of the new iMacs actually look like, and the arrangement of the ports are just from the current iMacs for the purpose of these renders that were put together by concept creator. So they just added a whole lot more juice and excitement to the upcoming iMacs, and I can't say it enough, but 2021 is absolutely going to be the year of the Mac. But wait, there's another juicy nugget. Now, we know Bloomberg has reported in the past that Apple is working on a pair of new Mac Pro desktop computers, and we've talked about this before. One of them will be an update to the current Mac Pro, and will use the same design as the 2019 model, and you can bet those $700 wheels without brakes will still be an option. Now, Apple may continue using Intel processors for that model instead of moving to its own chips, but the second model will absolutely use Apple's own processors and will be less than half the size of the current Mac Pro. Prosser dropped another peek at what to expect with this render, introducing the Mac Pro Mini? I mean, there's no official name for it, but it's described design-wise like 3 to 4 Mac Minis stacked on top of each other that evoke another callback to the nostalgia of the Power Mac G4 Cube. And I love that design. It will reportedly be a mostly aluminum exterior, but this takes cues from one of my favorite designs of all time that happens to be in the background of almost all my videos, like right over there. Now, the render looks pretty simple and is exactly what you think that would look like, but is still juicy. Prosser says his source told him that it would have the compute unit on the bottom and then a big heat sink on top. Now, this new Mac Pro would fall somewhere between the current Mac Pro and then the Mac Mini in the family when it comes to expansion and customization. In the earlier Bloomberg report, Gurman also added that Apple has started development of a lower-priced external monitor to sell alongside of its Pro Display XDR. Now, this less expensive monitor for the consumer that matches Apple's own design language makes total sense because it doesn't have to have the same performance as the Pro Display XDR that's geared for professionals or just really rich people that want to get one. Now, Apple last had a $1,000 Thunderbolt display that they stopped selling in 2016. And if they do this, this would be an easy pairing for the Apple fan. Even if there are cheaper displays with great performance out there, you know that it just hits different when it matches your hardware. Now, there's no word if they're going to make a space gray version of this display or even a future space gray Pro Display XDR, which would be real nice since Apple's bringing back colors. I just wanted to throw it out there. Catch it, Apple. Do it. All right, so what do you think of the latest iMac and Mac Pro leaks? Are they must-gets for you? Because I want you to put in the comments. You know I read them, but more importantly, if you could pick a color for the new iMac, what would it be? Now, for me, I'm still waiting for purple. I might be the only one. I don't care. but give me some of that purple. All right. Now let's go to the MacBook Pro, and that's the machine that I really have my target set on for 2021. We've heard about Apple getting back to their roots with reports that the touch bar will go away, a MagSafe charging connector is coming back, and they'll be bringing back more ports. You know, just exactly what pros have wanted. Well, the latest report from Ming-Chi Kuo says not only will it be bringing back an SD card slot, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman first reported that, but the two new MacBook Pro models with their rumored 14 and 16-inch display sizes will also come with an HDMI port for video out capabilities. Now, you can currently do that with a USB 3 Thunderbolt dongle, but this change would bring back a dedicated HDMI port. But this new MacBook Pro, it just sounds like it's going to be a dream machine, and it's expected to launch later this year. Now, in my last video, I talked about how Apple has been working on a MagSafe battery pack for the iPhone 12 and beyond, but they were having some issues, and it will either be delayed or we might not see it at all. Well, Anker just said, hey, don't worry about it, Apple. We got this. The company announced a new MagSafe compatible battery pack that will attach directly to your iPhone without the need for a charging cable. So take a deep breath here. It's called the Anker PowerCore Magnetic 5K Wireless Power Bank. Remember that? Yeah. And it will launch on March 3rd for $39.99. Its biggest drawback is that it doesn't have MagSafe certification, so it will charge your iPhone at 5 watts and not the full 15 watts. So if you thought your wireless charging was slow, that's pretty much as slow as it can get, but it's out to market before Apple's. And before we go, today would have been Steve Jobs' 66th birthday if he was still alive, and I don't think my love and passion of tech is what it is without him. He founded Apple with Steve Wozniak in 1976, and they were responsible for the first Apple computers. We all know how that goes. And he's played a part in just allowing me to do what I love, make a living from it, and absolutely helped instill a love for tech inside of me that I'm just lucky enough to be able to share with all of you. Now, Tim Cook posted a tweet honoring Steve that says, celebrating Steve on what would have been his 66th birthday, especially in a year where so much kept us apart. Technology brought us together in limitless ways. This is a testament to Steve's life and the legacy he left, which continue to inspire me every day. So thank you, SJ. All right, that's going to do for this video. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get my latest videos when they drop. Also, check out my AppleBits XL audio podcast to get the latest deep dive with all these stories and more every week with special guests. And all my content is independent. You can support my videos and my podcast at patreon.com/BrianTong with benefits, early access, and a completely ad-free version of the podcast. Plus, this week, the special guest is the man, myth, legend, Jon Prosser is going to be on the show, so listen in because we will talk about it all. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care and be safe. Peace.